All right, here we go. So this is to Axis Empires to Taller Krieg, whatever, and I've got the Barbarossa scenario set up. This is the second training scenario. I just thought maybe I'd give a little introduction to it. Um, I mean, so I think the pretty self-evident what's going on here. The Germans they're starting out bulked up on the border, and the Soviets are a bit suspicious of that. So they're ready and hopefully try to withstand that. Um, so this is going to take place starting in the June summer turn of 1941. It'll start with a seasonal phase, and then it'll progress through here until our last turn. And from my previous play, if I haven't taken it by that last turn, I'm probably not going to, because that mud is just pretty horrible, and and blitz markers won't be as I'll only have one in that final season, whereas I'll have three at the start of these seasons. I guess first of all, I should apologize for the lighting. I try to have this is what I normally have on when I'm playing something, but when I have that on, it makes a major buzzing in the playback. So I don't know what the deal with that is. And you'll probably see my shadow as I when I get up and move things around to show things. But hey, this is me. I'm not a professional. I'm just having a little enjoyment. Let's see. I've moved past the Bloody Mary portion of the program, and I'm now into the Costco margaritas with some blackberry puree that I put in there. Very good. So, anyways, let's get to the little intro here. So, there's going to be a lot more of the sequence of play that happens in this scenario. So over here in the strategic warfare box, there's a minor production +1. So that means when the Axis gets reinforcements from a card, they'll also get a minor step. So minors, you say? So yes, we do have some minors that show up in this scenario. We've got the Hungarians here, and we've got the Romanians. A couple things that the Axis has to worry about in those respects is if minor powers show up in another minor power territory, there's some issues that come from that. Internment, I believe it's called. Also, if a German multi-step unit is in the territory at the end of a turn, that presents some problems called occupation. That's what it is. Whether you've got a minor and a minor, or you have a multi-step German unit at the end of the Axis turn, that'll trigger occupation. So at the moment, you see these German infantry. They're 3 steps, all single, so they're all single steps. So at the beginning of the game, at least, there's no occupation. I will probably combine them to make this attack, and then got to get them out of Romania so it doesn't trigger it. There are some multinational units that will hit the force pull here shortly, which if we can arrange to combine some Axis and minor forces, we can bring them on. They're a little stronger to help drive the offensive down here. So one thing, there's you may notice there's some ceded land counters here: Austria, Czechoslovakia, the Polish corridor up here. So normally those would head up over there into the ceded lands box, but I have them here on the map just to kind of help me out. And what those mean is that so basically Austria, Czechoslovakia, and the Polish corridor basically is like German home territory. And where that comes into play is with replacements. They can only be placed in home country cities or with HQs that are in their home country. So what this will allow us to do is we'll be able to bring reinforcements in at Posen, in Prague, and Vienna. So just a little closer to the front to be able to bring those in. The Soviets have Bessarabia here, so they've got their own ceded land, and the Baltic states up here. Finland is in the game, but for this first turn, they can't move, and nobody can enter Finland. In my first play, also there's the what is that? The Finnish frontier, I think, is ceded to the Soviets. Yeah. So these two hexes there are considered also part of Russia. But anyways, in my previous play of this, I think I kind of just forgot about the Finnish and really didn't do a whole lot with them. I don't know, there's Murmansk up there, which, in a full game, maybe there'd be, more stuff going on up there, but in this one, I don't think it really matters because Murmansk isn't going to really do anything. I guess maybe they could try to make an end around against Moscow, but that probably doesn't seem likely. So, victory conditions. So at the end, the Axis basically needs to capture 3 of the Soviet strategic hexes. These are the hexes with the big bold red border around them. So Sevastopol is a possibility, Rostov, Kyiv, Minsk, Moscow, Leningrad. So got to hit 3 of those. I failed in my first attempt. I was on the outskirts of Leningrad, but I waited too long with that mud and just was unable to put any kind of pressure and fell short of Moscow. So going to have to majorly keep the pedal down this time. You'll see the Soviets are nicely arrayed here, supported with some HQs to help with their defense. The Axis have a couple HQs right now to help on the attack. And that's what it is. I don't quite know what else to go into. The Soviets have a conditional event where this will trigger after at the end of their turn. They get a bunch of units headed into the force pool, and I don't think the Germans just need to watch out about that occupation. They don't want to trigger that. That could be messy. So let's see. There's always, leading up to these videos, I always have a few things I think, oh yeah, I need to bring that up and stuff, but then you get here and forget all about it. But anyways, we could I don't know, maybe get going here. Let me have a little sippy sip. And let's go. So basically, let me see if Zoom looks a little better here. So we don't have to do the victory phase to start here on this seasonal turn, but we do have to do the seasonal phase. So first we look at the option card segment. So this is all predetermined. in this scenario. So the Axis have their current option card, and then an additional option card for the next the autumn seasonal turn. So since this is a scenario, we don't have to worry about these requirements. I mean, we don't have to do any of the this card stuff. So total war is in effect, which it's just gonna trigger that general mobilization for the Soviets when we get to it. So here shows what goes into the force pool. That's all these units right here. So here's a multinational HQ. Got a multinational armor. Here's a regular Axis or German HQ. Got a couple infantry and a couple panzer armies. So those will just be put into the force pool up here. So just kind of organize them so that we can keep track of what's what. I guess let's put these infantry armies over here. Oh man, I am just not having the. You couldn't even see my lack of tweezer prowess today, but my tweezer prowess isn't working at the moment. We do have a couple support units that come in. Another Air Force. Yeah. Oh no, hold on. Those will be explained in a bit. So we've got that. And we'll put these multinationals down here because those will take a little bit of maneuvering for us to get those into play. So then the other thing that happens is, so then these go straight to the delay box. So that Air Force and that sub. So these guys are just going to go here, and at the end of the complete turn, those will be rolled for, along with some modifiers, DRMs, and that'll show how many turns in the future they show up. So that's that. So then, let's see, yeah, there's no logistic partisan segment yet. I don't even know what that is. So now replacements. So on the card here, it shows that we're going to get 6 armor and 12 infantry steps. So those, let's see, so we can take, so here's, let me zoom back out here just so that I can, you can see what I'm doing. I'm having trouble focusing on where I'm at and where my eyes are looking. So here's our, man, I just am making a mess today with the tweezers. All right, so we got 6 infantry, or not 6, that's 6 armor, and we're gonna have 12 infantry. All right, so there we go. All right, so now we get to place them. So we can place them in any city in the home country, or with a headquarters that is also in the home country. So we don't have, I guess, actually we do. We do have this guy in East Prussia. So we could put some people there. So let's keep that in mind. But for now, I want to make sure that I am going to be able to bring both those panzer armies on the board. So to make a panzer army, if we can look right here, so it takes a German infantry step, a German armor step. You'd be able to combine those 2 steps and make a 2-step army. And then if you are able to combine another armor step, you get the 3-step version. So what I want to do is I want to have 2 armor steps and an infantry step, and I want to have them come in together. So let's have one of those show up in Königsberg. here's two armor and an infantry step. And let's have them come in opposing. So we'll be able to, during the combined segment, we'll be able to combine them into, replace them with those two Panzer armies, and that'll have them up close to the front. So let's see. So then there's Breslau, Vienna, Prague, and Berlin that are closest to the front. So we got two armor steps left. Trying to think, where will I need them? I guess let's put one in Breslau, and yeah, let's just put, you know what? Let's put them both in Breslau. Let's put them both in Prague. They have a little more movement, so they'll be able to book it. Let's have 3 armor steps. Oh man, I am just must be holding the camera and trying to do this. So let's have one in Vienna, 3 steps. Let's put 3 infantry in Breslau. So now we've got 3. We got 4 left. And it's always kind of trying to figure out where I'm going to need these to help with the push. Let's put 3 in Berlin, and I've got a final one. I guess I could put that with the armor there. Yeah, I mean that looks about as good as we can go or do. All right, so back to our sequence of play. Let's get zoomed in or get focused here. Why is that not focused? Excuse me. Guess I'm too close or something. Anyways, we don't have to worry about the naval reconstruction phase. So now we're into the administrative. No political events in this. Support segment. So no return to base at the moment, no beachhead. So support unit convoy marker placement. So I should point out, so we have, the Axis have 3 Air Force. They also have these troop convoys that can be flipped to be supply convoys. I'm not really sure like how the Axis could utilize those for this scenario. I think I saw on somebody post that I mean, if you really want to get fancy, you could maybe send some troops up, up here, or if you wanted to try to do something fancy through the Black Sea, but I probably am not. Another thing, that sub's coming eventually. Don't know what value that would be. The Soviets have an interceptor which can basically. Why is move back? Boy, oh boy. Haven't had to struggle with focus before. So the Soviets do have an interceptor, and they've got a troop convoy, which can also be a supply convoy. Don't know what they would do with that. But the interceptor will be able to basically do away with one of our Air Force placements. So basically we could probably figure the Soviet is going to negate one of our placements, probably the first one. I mean, I'll probably just place it and negate it right away. Oh, I should also point out that this card gives us 3 of the Blitz markers. So we'll put those in here. And that phase will be coming up after our support marker placement. So let's see. So where would we need some air support? Um, hmm. So yeah, maybe we should talk about what the plan is here. So we've got big armor right here, big armor right there, and we're going to be able to have armor here and here. We just have to decide. So we're gonna be either blast here or here. And I want that successful. I think headed. So let's I don't know. Let's just throw them out. Let's put. I don't know if that gives me basically any attack on those 3 hexes. And so then the Soviet player will say, no, 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 you've been intercepted. So that negates that placement. I don't know what the technical term for it is. But then we can come back and say, no, 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 I've got another one. Now they can't negate that. And then we've got on our final one, what would be a great place for that? Where do we want to make sure we succeed at? Maybe right here. You know, if we get lucky, we can blast through here, get a shot at that HQ. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. All right. So that was the support marker segment. Now the blitz marker segment. So we have 3 blitz markers, and we have to decide where are we going to make our big attacks. I think here's probably a good place for one of them. That'll basically let anybody. Oh, but that's not gonna let him. So you know what? We're gonna put it like that. That'll let us throw our HQ support in. Oh, well, I'm thinking of it also. So, you know, so Poland is an occupied country. Well, not a, what is it called? They're a conquered country. So, but we still need to, any of their cities, we need to make sure we garrison them, or they could. I mean, they don't have it in this scenario, but they could always, during their replacement segment, place them in their cities if we don't have them garrisoned. So even though we've got some of these people that are in these cities, I think it's just those 2 really. We have to make sure that we keep them garrisoned so that no enemy combatants show up in our rear. All right, so the next blitz marker, let's, so we've got, this guy's there. We want to get as many attacks through here. So I think almost, that'd probably be a good spot for one, because I mean, it gets to those and that guy. And then where are we? Let's see. I think the 3rd one, maybe down here, huh? I didn't, yeah. Good enough. Let's do that. Yep, that's what we'll do. All right. Again, I mean, if you're looking for good strategy, I'm probably not the guy. All right. So no naval construction. Oh wait, we're past that. So that was blitz. No beachhead failure. So now we can go to the organization segment, and I'm gonna maybe take a quick break from that, and we'll come back.